So here to talk about that is thoracic surgeon and author Dr. Eric Presser. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning. You're so welcome.
Good morning.
Tell us, I was sharing with the crew today that I had a little bit of a scratchy throat when I came in this morning. I was kind of forced to spend some time outside the whole day, actually, on Saturday. And itchy eyes and stuff, and I'm like, this isn't normal for me.
No, and the problem with talking about lung health is that people really don't appreciate breathing until they have problems with it. Chest pain and shortness of breath is the most number one reason why people present to the emergency room. And when you're talking about problems with breathing, you have people that have COPD or are on chronic oxygen, and those people need to be really careful when you're in a situation where the fires are creating toxins and particles that can actually exacerbate the inflammation within their airways. Then you have people like yourself who have no issues, and then you wake up and you have scratchy throat, itchy eyes, and you wonder what happened. If you can see, taste, or smell what's going on outside, you betcha that you're going to be breathing it in.
Wow, that's scary, because we were seeing a lot of that raining ash on all parts of the valley. And as you see here, just the haze in the sky. So you definitely see it, like you just said.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I do recommend, as crazy as it sounds, is to get a mask. Because when you have a mask that filters those particles, there are specialty masks, N95, N100. We use them in the hospital to filter out these smaller particles. It really is the only thing that you can do to make sure that you're not breathing, other than staying away from the situation. If they tell you to evacuate, get out. If you are near the fires, then please stay inside. When you're inside, do simple things like don't smoke, don't vape. If you're going to dust with a cloth so that you don't put particles up into the air, which can actually irritate your airways even more.
That could have been it too. I was sweeping with one of those big brushes. Right. It's very scary, though, thinking about the fact that our air quality is so poor right now in that unhealthy range. And you said you've been on the scene of many major fires.
Yes, unfortunately, here in California, I've been on the scene, and I was in New York on 9/11, where we actually had to walk around for weeks afterwards because the air quality was so poor. The dust and the particles that we were inhaling were so thick that you would go home and you would literally cough up junk out of your lungs.
Wow.
It was very scary.
And you were wearing the mask.
And we were wearing masks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, where can you just go to what store do you get a mask at?
Any medical supply store. Most
Okay.
of the hardware stores do carry these types of masks. And once again, don't be ashamed to wear one. It's really important because our lungs are our life.
Good point. If we're not breathing, we don't have much going on.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
All right. And even if it looks a little strange, like you said, because sometimes that could put people off. Because even if you see somebody else with a mask, you're like, why are they wearing that? But now we'll know.
Absolutely. I came out of the grocery store the other day, and there was soot covering the roof of my car. And I looked over and I saw someone watching the ashes fall, and they were sitting there smoking a cigarette, and I could only imagine what they're doing to themselves.
Wow. And now you have a book out that you'd like to talk about a little bit?
Sure. It's called An Empowering Guide to Lung Cancer. And World Lung Cancer Awareness Day is coming up on Wednesday. Lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer in the world and in the United States. And one of the misconceptions is that up to 15% of people who are never smokers actually get lung cancer, which is pretty scary in itself as well.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead, get that book. Thank you so much for waking up early and being here this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, we'll be right back.